In three, two, one. What's going on, y'all? How you doing? This is your man Stephen Bardo coming to you with next chapter forward. This is a group of black men who are supporting each other in search of opportunities abroad. Um, my origin story to start this off. It's often said that it's hard to know people when you. It's hard to listen to people when you don't know who they are. So I'm a former professional basketball player, played at the University of Illinois at the Flying Illini. Currently a college basketball and NBA television commentator. Work with several different networks: NBC, Big Ten Network, Fox Sports. Also have worked with the called games like Milwaukee Bucks, Chicago Bulls, the WNBA Chicago Sky. I've done that for 7 or 8 years. So uh, basketball is my business. Television broadcasting is my business, and that's my background. Um, I've flown for my job. Oof, worked 25 years at the national level, so I've flown at least that for my job. And then even before that, while I was playing, I've never been pulled off a flight because of an altercation with a flight attendant. And I can't really go into specifics about it, but there was a moment in time when when they pulled me off the plane, and I'm feeling humiliated giving my statement to them about what happened on the flight, and they rebooked me for another flight. Um, I was walking through O'Hare to the other gate, and I saw an exit sign. And for about 5 seconds, I was gone. I was going to walk out. I was going to get rid of all the stuff in my house, sell my house, and I was gone because I just didn't want to be put in that situation any longer. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm down here now in Mexico for the next at least 4 months, um, because I know the benefit of getting outside the United States and getting a break. Um, why is it so important to look at other options? You guys, it's a little known fact that Mexico harbored runaway slaves. So the black people that could get to the Mexican border through Texas and Louisiana, they were protected and given certain rights. And so that those are little known facts that keep us from wanting to explore some of these countries. The first thing that I tell people that how often I come down to Mexico, they're like, "Oh, is it safe?" Are you kidding me? Some of the cities that we live in the United States, and you're going to ask me, is Mexico safe? Come on. So those things that we'll get into, but it's a big part of why it's important to open up your field of interest in terms of living, because there are some different options. Um, when you're able to watch people, you see that they're not getting food poisoning. The cartel's not tracking them down and holding them hostage. They're not having unfortunate accidents, but they're smiling and they're just enjoying their lives. We the area that I'm in the Riviera Maya is a vacation destination for people all over the world, but I get to live it every day, and you can do that too. Honestly, there are 5,000 Black Americans in the corridor between Cancun, Playa del Carmen, and Tulum. 5,000 Black Americans are in this corridor. And so I think that the more that this information comes out, and the fact that we as Black men over 50 now have a community, we have a team that we can build upon. And, as we go along in this journey, I'll bring other people that have been successfully living in this region and other parts of the world, that are really glad to show um, what it's all about. Now, you see what I've got down here on the screen. Think about that for a second. If you've done some history outside of what they taught us in school, you'll understand you've heard of the Olmec heads. These are 2 to 3 ton stone carvings of African heads, undisputed. They're on display in Veracruz, Mexico right now, in the Veracruz region, which is on the western coast of Mexico. And so the fact that we think that we need to be confined to one country, that this one country is supposed to solve all of our issues or give us opportunity, I think is short-sighted, based on the fact that, our ancestors have touched every part of this earth. And so wherever we put our feet, that's where we belong, right? Not to be arrogant, not to be like some other type of Americans that go to different countries and act a fool, not to do that, because that's not what we do. At least that's not who I associate with. That's not the Black Americans that I associate with. I want to associate with other brothers who are 50 plus, who have had enough of the microaggressions, the slights, the passed over for job opportunities, looked over for different things, all the different things that we deal with. There are other options that you don't have to stay and deal with that if you don't want to, or if you just simply want a break, because a break would really do a lot of us good, right? There are a lot of guys that I talk to and I know that are hesitant for some reason, and like they'll go on vacation, but they'll go on vacation and go to a resort and sit on the beach because they're so exhausted, and they need that. You need that. I get it. I want to encourage you guys to think about coming on scouting trips that may be a week or two long, because it's going to take you a week to kind of settle down from the speed of which we live back home. So I want to encourage you guys to join the Facebook group, Next Chapter Forward. And I'm going to take you along in this journey of mine of living here in Mexico, at least for the next 4 months, maybe longer, we'll see, and show you what life is like, cost of living, which is incredibly advantageous for us who have US dollars. Our dollars stretch a long, long way south of the United States in a number of different areas. And I think that the camaraderie and the brotherhood will all serve us good, because I just had lunch with a brother today who I met through one of the groups here in Mexico, and it was good. He was able to tell me a lot of things. He's been here for 4 or 5 years, a retired aviation mechanic. And so, he took early retirement and he's been down here and he loves it. And so there's a number of different examples that I'm going to bring to you guys throughout this journey, not just mine, but I'm going to bring a lot of different people that I think will add richness to the community and give you guys a sense of what is available. And it's not going to be just Mexico. We're talking Panama, Costa Rica, Ghana, Kenya. There's a lot of us in Portugal. That's a very popular place for digital nomads and retirees who are African American. So we'll touch on a lot of these different areas. I just want to be, in a brotherhood. We're going to help each other out, grow this community, and really help guys understand what's available, because there's a female Facebook group, the Exodus group or Exodus Summit. They have 24,000 Black women, of which 17,000 have already left the country or are planning to do so. So 17 out of 24,000 Black women in this private Facebook group for Black women only. And I know that I don't necessarily want the group to be that big, because I want to get to know all of the members and all of us, really have personal relationships so that we can really help each other. I don't know if we got that big, that would be kind of unruly, but I bring that up to show you the potential and what I think is available to us in terms of, there's a lot of people out there that are over 50 that are Black Black American, Black Canadian. I don't care if you're from Africa and you're over 50 and you're looking at different things. I'm good with that as well. I don't have any problem with that. This is for Black men. I don't care what part you originate from. Black men over 50 looking for opportunities abroad. Join the Facebook group, Next Chapter Forward, and we'll have some other things to go along with that. I'm gonna wrap up right now. Thank you for your time. I look forward to getting to know each and every one of you and being able to assist you in your pursuit of happiness abroad. Until next time, holla, y'all.